Yes, a very good evening to all of you. Those of you who are yet to come on live on my live YouTube channel. This is Neetu here, and it's nice to recollect or reconnect after a very long time. And I must say thank you for continuing to be part of my YouTube channel. And today, I would like to share quite a bit of things, but I won't be too long. But at the same time, I wanted to share some of the clicks or some of the breakthroughs that I've had in the last year or so, right? So, for those of you who have been part of my YouTube channel, I'm sure you've seen the time when the first video was created till today, right? When finally you watch this video, right? So, first and foremost, Happy New Year to all of you. And we have been 2 years into the pandemic, and we're still having the pandemic with us. But having said that, I'm sure all of us have grown to some extent. It can be probably in your health, in your relationships, in your jobs, or as an individual. If you've grown in terms of knowledge gaining, you've grown in terms of having a different job, or even having more than one job. Right? That's growing. So, uh, what I'd like to share is, in fact, the topic of today's discussion is what motivates you, right? So a lot of us are motivated by a lot of things. It can be a good job that pays you well, right? So a job is not just a salary component, it's more than just a salary, right? So what motivates you? Is it just a salary that comes into you every month, or what keeps you going throughout your job? Is it the people at your job? That means your friends or your colleagues or your good seniors or your good support system that you have. Is that the second thing that drives you in a job? And what else? So some of us may say, yes, I go to work, but it's not the salary, it's not the people, it's just that I feel good about it. Or maybe I have, a certain level of esteem. I feel that I have a reputed job and people do respect me for my job. So that's why I'm happy going to work. And that what keeps me going. So there are various factors that keep us going, especially in a job. And because a job is said to be defined as a major part of our lives, right? So we spend a significant part of our lives at work, right? Up to maybe 10 hours or 12 hours, or some of us are even working from home or even after office hours, right? So a job is not just something that we go in and come out, but it has become part and parcel of our lives, right? And especially some of us who also work on weekends, right? So, what is it that motivates you to stay on in a job? What is it that motivates you, right? Is it just the salary? Is it the people there? Is it because you feel secured in that job? Or is it something got to do with your position? Or is it going to do something with your reputation or the respect? Or is it because you feel that you just love the job because you love it? The nature of the job itself is something that drives you to work. So there can be so many factors, right? So those of you who will be watching the video in time to come, please do write in your comments as to what is it that drives you at work. Now, the reason I'm asking this question is because there's been a lot of talk, a lot of research being done about the what is it that drives people to work, especially post the pandemic, right? Are those the factors that I spoke about? Those are called more of the extrinsic factor, the external factors, or are people more driven now by internal or intrinsic factors, right? Internal factors, something from within you that drives you to work. Now, some of those intrinsic factors are things like autonomy. That means you have a certain amount of freedom at work. You have your space. You are able to decide when to do, what to do, and how to do it, right? So that's autonomy at work. And some of us feel, yes, I have a good relationship with my colleague. I have a good, healthy relationship that keeps me going. True. That's relatedness. And one other component can also be the purpose. Now, some of us are beginning to understand this word called purpose. Is my purpose fulfilled by my job? Do I feel good about my job, about me going to work? Does my job fulfill my purpose as an individual? So a lot of research recently, if you Google, you'll read that there's been a lot of research being done on employees rediscovering their purpose, and they are willing to realign their jobs to make sure that their purpose gets fulfilled. So it can be possible that you have a well-paying job, but today it may no more serve your purpose, and what are you going to do next, right? So it's high time that you ask yourselves, are you happy with your jobs? Is there something more that you're looking out for in a job? Or what is the job for you? So these are the certain things that you can look into. I'll share more about the purpose. What is the purpose of an individual? How that can be realigned to the purpose of a business, right? So today we hear a lot about purpose driven businesses, where the business is not just created for the sake of profits, it is created to meet a particular purpose, and that's called purpose driven businesses. So we'll speak more about that, but till then, I want you to just think about it and see what is it that motivates you. It's good to write it down, to identify what drives us. If it's not a job, then what it is, right? So please write it down, because deep in there you will be discovering something about yourself which maybe you may not have, so feel free to write in the comments what is it that motivates you, and we'll be having regular sessions from now on to speak to you, to engage with you, to share more and more about the research that I've carried out recently. And it was an amazing discovery at the same time about what is it that people look out for in jobs besides just the regular external factors that are provided in the job, right? So with this, we will end this session, and we'll come back more. We'll come back with more information and something that you all can relate with. Until then, do watch this video. Do watch this video and do feel free to comment and ask questions, right? So, with this, thank you and stay safe.